A former spokesperson for ex-President Muhammad Buhari, Gabashew, has explained that the former Nigerian leader put petrol subsidy removal and the unification of the country's foreign exchange rates on hold for a better time. Shehu made this known in a statement on Monday, 4 weeks after President Bola Tinubu took over from Buhari and announced petrol subsidy removal. Shehu said removing subsidies for PMS was killed and put on hold, as can be viewed from the signing of the Petroleum Industry Act. He said the important decision was kept for a better time, as it could not have come at a time when tensions were high in the country and no responsible leader would have added fuel to the fire. Shehu pointed out that Buhari removed subsidies on electricity, fertilizer, Hajj and Christian pilgrim, diesel, aviation fuel and kerosene, amongst others. The World Bank Group has approved a loan of $500 million to help Nigeria drive women's empowerment. This became the second loan approved by the World Bank under the new President Bola Tinubu. It is a scale-up financing for Nigeria Women program, which was initially approved on June 27, 2018, with $100 million financing. According to a statement by the World Bank, the facility will help to ensure better economic opportunities for women, which is essential for addressing gender inequality, guaranteeing better education, health and nutrition outcome for families, and building women's and community resilience to climate change. Nigeria's debt servicing cost has increased by 55.71% to 1.24 trillion naira in 3 months. According to data obtained from the Debt Management Office between October and December 2022, Nigeria spent 406.77 billion naira on domestic debt servicing, while it spent 312.27 million naira on external debt servicing, giving a total of 550.51 billion naira. However, between January and March 2023, Nigeria spent 874.13 billion naira on domestic debt servicing, while it spent 368.87 billion naira on external debt servicing, giving a total of 1.24 trillion naira. The exchange rate of the DMO, which was 460.3 naira per dollar, was used for external debt servicing. The International Monetary Fund recently said the federal government is projected to spend 82% of its revenue on interest payments in 2023. The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation has said the deposits of directors and staff of defunct banks are excluded from its deposit insurance scheme. This was disclosed during the Financial Literacy Day program organized by the NDIC on Monday in Abuja. While discussing the mandate and the operations of the corporation, the manager communications and public unit of the agency, Tanko Yahaya, noted that the DIS covers all types of deposits except for insider deposits, interbank placements, and deposits held as collateral for loans. Earlier, the Managing Director, Chief Executive of the NDIC, Mr. Bello Ossan, disclosed that the corporation had started the process for the sale of assets of different banks whose licenses were revoked by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The National Commissioner for the Nigeria Data Protection Bureau, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, has kicked against the regulation of the Central Bank of Nigeria mandating financial institutions to obtain social media handles among other data of customers. Speaking on Monday, he described the collection of such data as unnecessary, noting that the Commission has written to the Apex Bank because of basic principles of data protection and privacy issues. Dr. Olatunji noted that if the CBN wants to use such data on the public interest as a regulator to monitor financial transactions, there are guidelines to follow. The CBN had mandated financial institutions to obtain the social media handle, email addresses, telephone numbers, residential addresses, and more of their customers. Commercial motor parks within Lagos State have continued to witness low patronage following the hike in the cost of transportation during the Eid al-Kabir celebration. Aigboje Ikoria reports that while transport companies complain of low patronage, passengers are also lamenting the hike in the price of transportation.
Various transport companies and parks visited. It was observed that passengers were trying to book buses going to their destinations to celebrate the Eid Kabir festival with their loved ones. Some passengers who expressed displeasure with the increase in the cost of transportation said despite the economic realities in the country, the government is not doing anything to cushion the effect.
I paid 15,000 to worry. When I was coming, I used Ago Free. That was 4 weeks back. And I paid 10,000. And going back now, I'm paying 15,000. I think it's because of the fuel increase, so it's okay.
The whole world is at a stalemate. Everybody is struggling. It's not just Nigeria, so we either accept it or we do not accept it, but everybody is moving on, so you have to move on yourself. It's okay. It's fair.
However, some of the transporters said the increment in the prices of transportation is not because of the celebration, but attributed it to the cost of petrol.
Formerly, we are collecting 16,000 naira from here to Abuja, but now we are collecting 20,000 naira. You can see the difference is much, coupled with what is happening in the country now. Normally, in a festival like this, it is not the first festival, so everybody is conscious, both in security and otherwise.
Our price is still very okay. Port Harcourt 20,000, and Warri 15, then the buys are 17. You understand? So people that can afford it, they are still doing it. Some people cannot afford it. As I said earlier, if you have something important doing, definitely you will travel. You will pay for it.
As Nigerians prepare for this year's Salah celebration, food prices have increased slightly in continuation of a culture of hike in food prices during festive periods. iBrandTV's Omolara Adebayo has this report.
Visit to the Mangoro market in the Agege area of Lagos State indicated that the price of most food items had gone up as consumers caught it around in the last-minute shopping beat. In the sales of pepper and tomato section, the trader lament how much a basket of pepper and a bag of rice has skyrocketed to at present compared to what it was last year.
This kind of pepper, before it was 500 naira, but now it was 2,000 naira. Now, before we were selling it 500 naira, but now we are selling it 2,000 naira. These tomatoes now, we are selling it for 500 naira, but now we are selling it to 2,000 naira. So we are having 1.5 distance.
One bag of onions 40,000. Small one bag 25,000.
Market no go move like it before. Okay. Market no move like it before. Maybe before, if you carry only 200 naira, go buy price everything. Now 500 naira go see out.
Speaking with some of the traders and customers lamented the high prices of beef, pepper, rice, vegetables and other ingredients, noting that these are becoming unbearable in the country.
Like spaghetti now, as today na in day, it no go up. But then put 50 naira on top the carton. But Maggi and some then put 1,000 on top the carton. Oh now, it is said 32,000 naira, 32,500.
This morning, this is the first bag I'm saying. That when there's no money, people want to buy things. They come to the market, they cannot buy. They want to buy, but when there's no money, you see them buying less, 1 dereka, 2 dereka, half bag and things. In those days, you see people buying 2 or 3 bags, 1.5. They buy for friends. But I hardly buy your own, talk less of buying for someone. That's the situation now.
A respondent who was in the market to buy food items a family will consume during the week lamented the high food prices, describing the situation as very bad.
No, I'm here to buy this thing, F4 and other material ingredients. No money in the country now. So people don't turn out to buy things in the market because things are very costly.
From the look of things, I'm not sure if Salah price has really affected the sales of vegetable or the buying of vegetable. Like I said, the prices are considerate and they are okay for me, at least for me, for now. I think it's the other side of the tomatoes that we have issues on, because I've been in the market trying to get tomatoes and it's not been easy because the prices are too outrageous.
Everything now is very, very expensive. We are just trying to sustain ourselves. It's very costly.
Omolara Adebayo reporting for iBrandTV News.